How's it going, everybody? It's Cody with Level Up Games here, and I'm here with the individual who actually took our first place in our first ever Lorcana League, Scott Shevrin. How are you doing today, Scott?
Doing very well. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Great. So, how did you feel about the first ever Lorcana League?
I'm positive. It was a very fun experience coming here every week or most weeks, and very positive about it.
Fantastic. It's always good to hear that it was a very positive experience for anybody who participated. So I know that we had, over the course of the past 12 weeks, we had 80 different participants throughout the entire thing. And like, while some people didn't play every single week, there were a lot of us that did. So tell me, how many different decks did you end up playing?
I think I played 4 unique decks. I mean, a couple of them I made modifications to them throughout the events, but 4 color combination decks, I would say.
Cool. So, did you have a favorite? Is it the same one that you ended the league with?
It's not the exact one I ended the league with, but it is my favorite was the green purple. Even though in the beginning I hated purple because of the card draw, but green purple was just too much fun to not love.
So, how exactly did that deck function in the way that made you love it so much?
I like going face. It went face pretty well. It had some bouncing synergy, which was cool, because it'd be fun to have your opponent play a card, you bounce it, they play it again, you bounce it again, and just them getting annoyed that they can't actually do anything they want to do.
Right, green focusing on more of the forcing your opponents into swinging in or making them not want to at all, having the evasive mechanics in there as well.
Cusco, Tinkerbell for the evasive.
And then Genie to bounce them back to their hand as well.
Yep.
So what deck did you end up ending the league with?
So I was more trying to test out some decks because really, if I had my way, I probably would have just played green-purple the whole time. But I ended with something close to the Steadfast red-yellow list, the Amber Ruby mid-range deck. That seemed like a lot of fun. It kind of fell to hard aggressive pretty easily, but it had a favorable matchup against the best decks in the format, so that's where I ended up with it.
Awesome. So do you have any thoughts as to how Set 2, Rise of Bloodborne, is going to affect the meta?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I was playing a little bit online just to test things out, and the bounce deck seems really cool. The blue Pawsicle deck seems really interesting. I think that doubling the card pool is going to really just even add a lot more variety of decks to what I thought was a pretty healthy meta for the most part. Like, there was some dominant decks, but every week I'd come in, it wasn't just I was playing something different. I was playing against something different almost every time.
That's always good to hear. I know that Ruby Amethyst kind of ran the gambit for a while, but it seemed people started actually to get off of it and play a little bit more creative things. How do you feel about the upcoming league that is starting soon? Do you feel confident? Do you think we're going to end up in this same position for the next league?
I don't know if I'll end up in first again, but I definitely will be in the top 10 because I definitely think League will be a lot of fun.
Well, fantastic. Do you have any other input you want to share with us about Lorcana in general?
The game is doing great. I hope they don't mess it up. It just needs to be more readily available to people because it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Definitely agree there. The game is a ton of fun. Well, Scott, thanks for coming in. Congrats again on the win, and we'll see you for the next league.